Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive
TV and here to welcome you for the first episode of 2026. This is the School Sports Podcast. My name is John Wycliffe Musinguzi, and on this show we get to know what's happening in the world of school sports, let it be Uganda, East Africa, Africa, or the whole world, here on your favorite School Sports TV. With me today is Shivana Twaira, who will be joining us soon. But of course, we will be digesting what 2026 seems to be like ahead of a very fixed calendar, both local and international. Shivan, good evening.
Good evening. How are you?
I'm doing well. Hope you have had a very good year 2025. And of course, great to see you again in 2026.
Thank you so much. Happy New Year, by the way.
Happy New Year too.
It was a very good year, 2025.
Yeah.
And I'm really hoping that 2026 is
Will
going
be the
to be
same or more than that.
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, that is Shivana Twaira will be moving with today evening. But of course, the School Sports Podcast is just getting bigger and better. One word to define that is redefined. And of course, soon we'll be having more shows on this same TV, that is USSSA TV, all focusing on school sports. But of course, today we are here for the School Sports Podcast, and it has a lot to bring to you. We'll be looking at what 2025 was, and then we preview for you the year 2026. But expect a lot of things to be coming on your way, starting either next month. As the championship kickoff, USSSA TV is also getting better in bringing you different school sports programs and, of course, other live events, let it be draws and live games. Now, Shivan, back to you. What I think you can first highlight for me your 2025 or probably your best moment of 2025.
Well, personally, as I told you before, 2025 was a very good year. And to me, in the world of sports, 2025 started in Ball Games 1, the championship that was in Bukedia. And I think it was Bukedia Comprehensive that had hosted us. And for my favorite moment of the year, it was in that same championship when I was watching a basketball game between St. Cyprian Chawakade and Amus. It was very tough because both of the teams are very good in basketball. As you have heard and as you have been following the world of sports, Amus has been doing very well, especially the boys team. So having Chabakade wanting to take the cup right back their place, it was a very good tight game, and I can see it had very many ups and downs, but the way and the thrap and then the thirst the game that had, it was all so good. And the way the spectators were all onto the game, I guess that's when I actually realized the beauty in sports, and I'm really, really looking forward to another championship like that.
Yeah, I think Shivan's best moment comes from the competition side. But of course, away from the competition, I would say my best moment was Uganda hosting the first ever international table tennis course that was in coaching and refereeing. This course was organized by International Table Tennis Association, then in collaboration with the International School Sports Federation, that is the ISF Academy, and then Uganda hosting that championship. It's a big achievement for Uganda that is making a very big wave when it comes to school sports. And probably now we might be ranked as one of the best countries, if not the best school sporting country when it comes to school sports. And I think that was a big achievement for Uganda. But of course, in that same course, the ISF Academy director confirmed that more trainings will be coming on the way, either in Uganda or other countries. I think that was one of my best moments for 2025. Now, away from the best moments, your best championship.
My best championship, I will rank Ball Games 2 as my best championship. That was in Tororo. I can say the organization from the schools and the food, the hospitality, the discipline of the teams that had all come to participate. Okay, ranging from very many things. I guess ball games too was very good. Even if you're to look at the communications and the marketing of the sports that time, it was very effective and there were no big challenges. So I can say that Tororo games, mind games, and the athletics, it was a very big deal for me. And of course, if you're to look at the athletic part and the way those people had a welcoming ceremony, you can see the people that actually opened the is it the opening ceremony? Yeah, they call it the opening ceremony. It was very good. The dance sport, actually, it was the first ball games where dance sport welcomed our guests. So I can say the team of the dance sport, they actually brought in a very good presentation. Very many schools actually had one thing, and the way it was all bringing up the community and the people from Motoro, it was very impressive. There were very many different schools that had attended in dance sport. They all brought up one dance. I can say if it was only like, it was just one thing. And if you to look at it, you could literally see what school sports are doing, not only in the normal community, but also with students and with the very many people that are up there. So I guess ball games too, it really did for me.
Wow, now that's nice from you. And I think my best championship could be the National Boys Football Championship that was held in Ngora, because this is a championship where in 2024 we had a lot of confusion, might be the teams and of course the petitions in 2024, the championship that was held in Masaka. But then coming into 2025, having a very organized championship, maybe we won't skip the fact that in the semi-final we had some chaos, but of course it was controlled within no time. So I think that could have been my best championship, and then having a new winner. I think since 2023 we have had 3 different winners, showing you how competition is now growing when it comes to boys football. And then because 2023 it was St. Mary's Chitende, coming into 2024 St. Julian lifting the title, then coming into this one having the new champion of Budo SS. And of course Budo SS, it's a school that we knew it was strong when it comes to boys football, but then the previous years like 4-3, you might think there have been schools that had written their name off the Giants, but of course last year they proved to us again that they are still a strong side. So that could have been my best championship. But now back to you. I know you watched like 2 or 3 championships. You covered 2 or 3 championships, including the FIASA games. But let's not rely on that because you are here locally for now. What do you think should be improved, or which championship or which sector do you believe, in your opinion, what should be improved? But then before Shivan gives us her view, we have a question that what are your expectations, views, or opinions as we are heading for the year 2026? Those on our X page, go to that channel, X at USSA Online, look for that post about today's episode of the School Sports Podcast, and then put there your opinion, suggestion, or view about this year. And those following us on the WhatsApp channel, you can also go on that latest post that has a question, and you will be able to respond and give us your view, opinion, and what you think 2026 will be in the world of school sports. All your views will be read towards the end of this show. Now, back to you, Shivan. What do you think should be improved coming into school sports this year?
Well, ranging from last year up to 2026, there's been a very good improvement in literally every sector. But then if we are to take an example of last year's championships, I guess I will first go with security, depending on what you've talked about. As you see in the semi-final, we had Jipra causing some kind of chaos with our spectators and all that. So I feel like in these 2026 championships, the government or the people that are actually very concerned about this, they should improve the security that is concerned, not only with the spectators, but with the people that are playing. They should give very good, strict rules to the players, to the schools that are involved, so that they actually know what it takes and how it is going to affect them once they go against the rules. You understand? So I feel like in another part of it, they should improve the sanitation. Let me talk about the schools that usually host us. I'll talk from the girls' side. You understand, girls are very, like so sensitive. So if you're to look at the schools that actually hosted us, you find they really tried their best. And fact that we are always a very big number, it is always very hard to maintain the perfect sanitation. But I feel like this year, as schools, more schools are actually coming into the world of sports, very many students, and you can see a lot more games have actually been added. I feel like the schools should actually, maybe, if they are to use, let's take an example of cleaning the restrooms. Let's say they're going to clean them in the morning, in the afternoon, and the evening. That is going to actually help a lot of girls and in the sanitation period. The food has always been good, depending on the schools and the regions that have always hosted us. But I actually also take this chance to reach out to the fact that when they are preparing food, they should make food more likable and more appetizing, because we are talking about sports ladies and men, you understand? So if it is sportsmen and ladies, they need to be in the very right mood to be playing. If they are going to have a match in the afternoon, players are going to be like, oh, we are going to have lunch, and that lunch should be appetizing enough for them to be in the mood and have strong energy. So food should actually come in the first parts as they are going to be doing improvements. Let it be changing the diet and all that, because come on, who is going to not feel like playing, or who is going to have no vibes of attending championships if they know that the diet they're going to have is actually prayer? I feel like the government should also invest more money in the organizations that are taking place or that are investing in the school sports, because the more they invest in, the better work they're going to get. So they are not going to get what they expect. Uganda is not going to sell its sports in the other countries without the government actually proposing and investing in those sports. So if they could actually invest in the money in the associations that are taking place, the USPA, USSSA, it is going to help those organizations actually invest that money where it is needed, because they are the ones who are on ground and they know what is going to be taking place and what the money is going to do.
Oh, from those views, I can't add more. We are going for a very short break, and when we return, we will dig deep in what 2026 seems to be a lot of championships and events that will be taking place here in Uganda, and of course on the international level, that is the International School Sports Federation and the Africa Schools Football Championship. A short break, and we return with more of the school sport.
Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays,
and we are here still again, me, John Wycliffe Msinguzi, and Shivana Twaire, discussing for you school sports. And this second segment of the show will be looking at 2026 in general. That is previewing for you the championships that will be taking place in this year. A lot happened last year with several districts hosting different championships. And of course, we are back again at this year. And a lot is tabled for USSA to bring to you live from the district level, national, zonal level, and then later on to the national level. And of course, one of the best things that will be happening this year is that the National Ball Games 1 have been separated from the National Boys Football Championship. And this time, they will be played at different intervals, not like how it was the previous years where these two championships used to collide. And of course, many thought it was one of the reasons why the USSA Ball Games 1 was not getting the mileage. That is a very good adjustment from the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association. But now, here we go for the 2026, starting with the USSA Elite Games that were supposed to take place on 13th, and then they will be taking place from 26th. We are coming to talk about that later on after giving you this year's calendar. Then from 26th, as I've told you, 26th February, and then to 1st March, we'll be having the USSA Elite Games that will be taking place at Janan Secondary School in Bombo, that is the sides of Luero. Then the National Ball Games 1 will be taking place from 29th April to 9th May at Seroma Christian High School in Mukono, that is Mukono zone. And then the National Boys Football Championship, one of the people's favorite, will be taking place from 10th to 20th May at Lira Town College. I think after 3 years, Lira has got another chance to host another big championship. If I remember very well, they could have last hosted a championship in 2022 alongside Gulu District when they hosted the Ball Games 1 and the boys football respectively. Now, from 28th to 30th June this year, we will be having the National Swimming Gala. That is Seroma Christian High School in Mukono. They are hosting this for the 4th or 3rd year consecutively. And then the last championship of the year locally here will be the Ball Games 2 Athletics and Mind Games Championship that will be taking place from 8th to 18th July at Sacred Sacred Heart Secondary School in Gulu. What a calendar for USSA. But of course, I'm starting with separating the ball games one from the National Boys Football Championship. How important and which impact do you think it will create to these two championships?
Well, as you have said previously, both the championships have been taking place at once, and because of that, the national ball games one they have been over. Can I say they have been overshadowed by the boys football championship? Because of course, in Uganda, most people are a fan of football. Most schools actually put a lot of effort in football. But then, if you're to look at this year's calendar, both the championships have been put at different times. That means that the ball games one and their sports and their disciplines are going to have very good coverage. Students and the national population at large, they are going to have to invest and venture more into these sports and very many different disciplines. They are going to have to see how schools are performing one by one and in different disciplines. And for the football boys, I mean, it is going to be a very good thing because the population is going to only be putting,
The focus,
the focus on one championship after the other. So I feel like the organizations USSA, it has done a very good thing, a very good job in organizing this. And I guess from the people's comments, they have done a very good thing to reply them and do this so that the people can have very good, focus on each and either of them.
Okay, before I come in back to you, Shivan, to digest for me what you expect from these games, I want to inform you that the USSA Elite Games were postponed or were rescheduled from the initial 13th to 16th of February, and this time they will be taking place from 26th February up to 1st March. The reason is very clear. The Ministry of Education and Sports extended the opening of Term 1 from 10th February, from 3rd February to 10th February. That means this change only left only 3 days to the participating teams for them to prepare for this championship. And of course, USSA saw twice and discussed with the teams, later on came with the decision that these games should be pushed further to a later date so that all teams can be prepared. Before I come to Shivan to give me her opinion about the rescheduling of these games, let's hear from the Chief Executive Officer. We'll be hearing from the Chief Executive Officer of the Uganda Secondary School Sports Association, Mr. Christopher Mugisha Banage, on this development. Now, Shivan, what's your take about the rescheduling of these games?
Well, the fact that these elite games had been pushed from 14th,
from 13th,
actually from 13th to 26th, I think this is a very thoughtful idea from the organization. First of all, students are going to report to school on 10th of February, if you're to look at that. And when students actually have just reported, you find there is a lot of confusion in school. Students are still talking about how their holidays are. Some students actually late comers to school. And you find by the time these ball games are going to start, just in 3 days after the whole schools have opened up, it was not going to be a very good thing. Very many students were going to miss out, and even if they had come, they were going to actually not pay very good attention or have enough practice. So the games being postponed, it has been a very good chance and a very good opportunity for the students to have enough training time, to have enough time to venture and concentrate on their academics plus their sports. They are going to settle their minds, enough training, of course, and their schools will have gotten enough money and enough time to think about how these schools and their disciplines are going to take place. So it is a very good thought, and it's a very good idea that the elite games have been postponed. Very many students and very many schools are going to prepare enough and prior for this so that we can have the best of the school sports.
Okay, now my producer has signaled to me that the CEO's interview is ready, and of course, let's hear from him after rescheduling of the elite games.
As you are all aware, the elite games were supposed to run from 13th to 16th February. assuming that the term had opened on the 2nd February as it was scheduled. However, due to election and other processes, the opening of the school term was extended to 10th. So it would be impossible for the schools to be ready to participate in NLT games on the 13th to 16th when they have just reported on the 10th. So in order to give schools some preparatory time, we have shifted the elite games from 13th to 16th to 28th, 26th February to 1st March, February. Those are the new dates for the elite games. We are assuming that within that time, if the schools reports on the 10th, they will have had enough time for preparation to participate in the elite games. Because I've told the elite games is meant to give opportunity to those schools which recognize those schools which performed well, the first 8 schools in every category, to give them an opportunity to try out their players before the actual tournament championship begins. Pre-elite game is just a precursor activity for our school sports calendar. So the preparation time doesn't need to be too long. As you are all aware, the elite games were supposed to run from 13 to 16.
Back to you, Shivan. The elite games, a championship that opens up the calendar, and of course, anything that opens up any other event sets pace for what's coming up in that year. What are your expectations from this championship?
Well, I expect a lot of improvement, not only in the sports and the disciplines. I expect a lot of improvement in the organization of these elite games and this year generally. If you're to look at it, I really expect the schools to have prepared their students or their players for their disciplines prior and very well. Because last year, I'm going to take it as if it was a learning experience for most of the schools that had just come into the world of sports. So I'm expecting
As you are all aware, the elite games were supposed to run from
to have enough from the sports and the students. First of all, I think from last year's experience, I expect better discipline from both the schools and their players. I expect better services from the referees, from the media officers, from the literally from everyone in this sports in the sports field. Looking at it only, the fact that last year had to be with a lot of sports activities and with a lot of championships, I feel like this year it is going to be an opening season for us as Uganda to become a better team and a better country in the world of sports, not only to Kenya and to in East Africa and Africa as a whole continent. So this year, as it is coming, I do expect better referees and better discipline from not only the students, but also from the association. I expect the government, in particular, the government of Uganda, to invest more funds in this school sports. Come on. School sports, that's where we are getting the best players in the country. That's where the Okelos are coming from. That's where the best swimmers are coming from, the best runners. And they all start from schools, from their secondary schools. That's when they are having their, I can say it is their foundation. So if the government does not include enough funds in their budget this year, that means it is going to affect a lot of students. That means from there, Uganda is going to have a backslide or a back, if in the national sports as well. So let me expect something bigger this year from the government into these school sports, especially not only in football, because the country has been focusing a lot on football. But then I want to see something in swimming. I want to see something something in mind games. I want to see something in netball for the girls. I want to see something in volleyball. I want to see something in basketball, in all disciplines, not only in those, but let there be a national championship about rugby. Let us have a Ugandan best rugby player go and play on the African teams. So this is what I'm expecting from the government this year, so that they can actually look at this cool sports thing as something that is going to bring a better name to Uganda as a whole. Let me think that when they are going to have their budget this year, they are going to be like, Uganda also collects money from sports as a whole, and that's how they are going to be like, maybe this year let us do something bigger so that we can have something great at the end of the year.
Okay, so in these 5 championships, that is I think that we have the elite games, we have the national ball games 1, we have the national boys football championship, we have the national swimming gala, and the ball games 2, athletics and main games. Where is your interest? In just 30 seconds, where is your interest and why?
My interest, it is going to be the swimming gala, because very many people do not know about this gala. They do not know about this championship, and it is only in most cases for 2 to 3 days. It has always been at Seroma Christian High
And
School
it's
in
there
Mukono.
this year
Again this year. So I want very many people to actually take notice of the swimming and the swimmers in this country. I want to find that we have very good swimmers in Uganda. I want to find that by the end of this year, or maybe in the coming few years, we have swimmers that are going across the globe so that they can present us. So apart from the other games and disciplines, swimming has always been a different thing, just like you see football for boys. So I want to find that this year's swimming gala, it is going to have a lot of attention, a lot of marketing, a lot of love. And I urge you, all the students that are out there who have the capability and the access to swimming pools, because I think that's the biggest problem as to why people do not have the swimming
teams,
the swimming teams. But the few that can actually access them, I expect them to do their best. And the schools that are having those teams, I expect them to invest more so that at least it can be a game that is loved by the whole country, and a game that is going to be, people to look forward to it. So I guess that's going to be my go forward.
On that note of Seroma Christian High School hosting this championship for the past 3 years, what's your take? Don't we have other schools? Elite High School has a swimming pool. Bukedia Comprehensive has a swimming pool. Why is it Seroma? And what's your take in just very few seconds about that?
Well, I think it's Seroma because, first of all, it is geographically, located. So it is better off. But then I think even if you go to the hospitality, you go to the,
The
organization and the swimming pool, we need a swimming pool with standards. We have limits and, the measures that we take. I think that's why Seroma has been taking this lead, and in what it is
in hosting this championship every year. But don't you think that maybe another reason why this championship is only hosted at Seroma High School is that we are having schools only from central Uganda participating in this championship? When do you expect to have other schools from northern, from western coming on board to participate in this championship?
Well, that's a very good thing. That's a point, actually. It's because mostly schools from the central are investing and attending this championship. But then if you're to look at the west, if you're to look at the northern, if you're to look at other parts of Uganda, I don't think the reason as to why people are not coming from there and the teams are not coming from there, it's because they lack the facilities. That's why I told you that in this year I'm looking forward to better swimmers and from different regional games and maybe from zones. Because now if you're to look at the people from the north, I guess most of the swimming pools that are there are for fun or for leisure activities. So it is going to be hard for someone to swim professionally or the way that we want them to swim compared to how these ball games or this championship is going to take. So if you're to look at also other zones, that means the sports or the facilities that are there are not as favorable as they are in Central. So I guess the reason as to why people are hosting ball games at Mukono, it's because most of the teams are coming from Central, and it's because they're the ones with the good facilities. And the kids swimming as something not only as a sport, but as for leisure. That means we are going to have better swimmers and swimming as a sport from across the whole Uganda. So that's what I really think.
Wow, that's very good. Now, let's look at the international calendar, I think, in 1 minute, and then we will go for another break. And then when we return, they just sit and then go for the people's opinions that have shared on our different social media platforms. But you can still go on our social media platforms. Go on our X page and at USSA Online. Drop your question under that post of the School Sports Podcast. Then on YouTube, you can also go under this same link and you give us your view or your opinion about this year's championship. Then on our WhatsApp channel, for those who follow us, you can also go and respond to that latest post that about the School Sports Podcast, and you give us your view, opinion, and anything that you think should be improved in 2026. Now, this is how the school sports calendar looks like for Uganda at the international scene. Starting with handball, that is the International School Sports Federation, and it's called the ISF World School Handball Championship. Will be taking place from 20th to 29th June this year in North Macedonia. For all ISF championships, they are under 18. Then from 20th to 29th again, there will be another championship. I think 20th to 29th April. That's when we will be having handball. It will be in North Macedonia, as told you earlier. Then basketball will come from 20th to 29th of June in Serbia, that is Europe, also for under 18. You can look at your screen and you take a look at this calendar. Then volleyball will be taking place from 1st to 10th July in China. China has been a very busy country when it comes to ISF events for the past 3 years. They have been hosting whatever that has come the way of USSA. I think when we are talking about China, we'll be talking about Morocco of Africa, because they are taking lead in hosting every championship that comes. Then in October 17th to 26th, I think everyone is mostly interested in that championship. It is the ISF World School Football Championship that will be taking place also in China, and also that's under 18. There will be the ISF World School Golf Championship. That date will be confirmed soon, but of course it will be hosted by Morocco. Morocco also hosted this same championship last year, and then this year they will be hosting it again. Now, looking at football, we had the last time Uganda participated in this championship, we managed to get silver and bronze cutters of Amus College and Bukedia Comprehensive respectively. We are going to be going for a short break soon, and then Shivan will come and give us her view when it comes to international participation by Ugandan teams. And later on, we'll have to give you your views about this year's championship.
Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV. Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting.
Come back for the last segment of the School Sports Podcast, and today we have dedicated it to giving you what has been happening in 2025. We just wrapped that in the first segment, and then in the second segment we started about 2026, where we drove you into the local sports calendar or the school sports calendar for the year 2026. And here we are in the final segment. Two things for you. One is the ISF calendar, and of course you have another CAF Africa Schools Football Championship to look about, and then later on at the end of the show we'll be giving in, or we'll be reading your views about the 2026 calendar. Shivan, I was still with you discussing the international participation of Ugandan teams. How can you rate it for the past 2 to 3 years?
Well, of course, I can say this year it is all about improvement. USSA as a foundation, as an organization, it has done better improvement this time. I guess the people that are involved have actually taken note to listen to the people's comments and, to look at their organization as a whole and to know how they are going to sell their sports and Uganda's sports at large to the whole country and to the whole world. So this year's calendar, the international calendar, it's not as fixed as it is, just that the handball and the basketball, they are going to be taking place at the same time. I think that is Macedonia and
Not at
Serbia.
the same time. I think there was an error in this, but the handball games will be in April, then the basketball championship will be held in June.
Then I guess that is going to give them a better chance to have to sell their teams and for their teams actually, give their time. Once a championship is ahead of another, that means this that is coming second is going to take a very good example of what has gone first. That means if the ball games in the first ball games are going to go, they're going to learn from elite games, and maybe ball games too are going to learn from the two championships that have gone. So I feel like the games that are going to be in Serbia are going to learn from Macedonia, though they are different countries. But I think
They might be even different schools. But I want you to give me your view about how you rate school sports participation when it comes to this international calendar. Of the previous years, like 3 or 2, Uganda has been actively participating. How do you rate it, or how do you commend the work done by USSA and these schools to participate in these international championships?
Okay, me personally, if I was to actually give a shout out to USSA, I would feel like the government should make it a government something, or put in more effort or put in more money into this organization.
Yeah, but of course, as for now, USSA, the government through USSA, also supports these teams with kids, with playing kids. They give them accommodation, meals, all the welfare when they travel to those countries. I think that's a big a big impact for them, because that gives you a chance to only look for the tickets and you participate in these championships.
So I feel like the sports, actually teams that are going to play this year, should do as much as possible so that they can qualify for the international sports. You understand? So not only, in most cases, teams are going to play just let's reach national level, let's reach the East African level. But then this is a very good opportunity for these girls and these young boys to travel abroad on the merit of what? Of school sports. They do not have to put in a lot of money. They just have to put in their dedication and their love for sport and then play at their best. that is what Uganda and USSA is bringing on table for them. This is how school sports have reached. This is how far we have reached in school, in the world of school sports. So a young kid out there, a young girl, a young boy that is participating in sports in different schools, no matter where you are, I do urge all of them to play to their best so that they can reach the extent of traveling to most countries in different. You don't have to be so good in one. You can actually go in other sports disciplines so that forever you're going to have a big that's where you're going to excel. So schools that are out there, because it is in most cases different schools that are going for these games. So I do urge you, the schools, the players that are playing, so that they can put in a lot of effort to the extent that they feel confident enough that they are going to give enough at the international level.
Okay, thank you, Shiva. Now, in the last segment, we are in the last minutes of this show. I want to go through some of the comments from the people about this year's championships. Now, this is Muyinda Trisha says, I expect more tournaments in games like netball, because in my school we rarely go out for such. Yet they also help us apply when you learn in practice. Thank you, Trisha, for that comment. Then this is Barak Kalunji says, thank you, Wycliffe and Shivan. We thank you also for being part of this show. Then this is Lule Moses says 9 out of 10. I think he's rating Uganda's participation when it comes to this international schools sports. Now, Muinda Trisha, I have already read that comment. And then now this is Mr. Lonely. He says, we'll be back on the podcast. We are ready to dive in the world of Ugandan sport. In the world of Ugandan sport, let's go. Thank you, Lennon, for being part of this show. And now, Shivan, just in 10 seconds, your final words.
My final word.
In just 10 seconds.
Well, in just those few seconds that you have given me, I want to give a shout out to USSSA. As an organization, it has really done very well for this term. I want to also thank the media officers that are always on ground, the capacity building people that have actually trained, the referees, and everyone that has been involved. I also want to thank the schools that have been participating in these games. I want to thank all the players from Form 1, I guess, under 16 up to under 20. You have really put a lot of effort in this work. You have really put a lot of effort to sell Uganda as a country, to sell yourself, to put something on everyone's table. So I really appreciate your work. I really appreciate your determination. Please keep going. You're going to find something better in the future.
Thank you, Shivan. And to everyone who has been watching us on the School Sports Podcast, we want to say thank you very much for starting this year with us. Coming up next Friday, we'll be having more discussions on this same show. But of course, don't forget that USSA is just getting bigger and better with more shows coming up on your TV. From me and the team, Noel and Thibaut, thank you very much for being part of this show, and we wish you a good night.
Ready to dive into the world of school sports? From epic wins to game-changing plays, we've got it all. Catch the School Sports Podcast, telling tales, inspiring dreams, and promoting champions. Streaming every Friday. Don't miss out on USSSA TV.